at the live tapping experience. Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for making the time to show up for your transformative journey tonight. We are going to go deep together. We're going to love ourselves in ways that possibly we have never loved before. How amazing is that? And we get to pour that love into any kind of trigger that has been showing up in your world. So thank you for showing up. Head on over to the chat area. Let us know where you're coming in from in the world right now. Say hello. We want to see you all. Beautiful. Yay. Jessica, Annie, Nita, Kina. Wow, we've got lots of different places. Washington, Austin, Portland, Florida, Canada. Beautiful. So a little lay of the land before we dive in. You have the opportunity to be on video tonight and show each other how to heal with all of your heart. If you feel courageous, we encourage you to keep your video on, because this is all about letting each other know that it is safe to feel our emotions in front of each other. So often we think that we have to hide our emotions or our emotions are wrong. And what this class is really about is recognizing, like, hey, we all feel emotions. We all have messy moments. We all cry. We all have different types of emotional reactions, and really allowing ourselves to be seen in that actually helps heal a lot of the shame around our emotions as well. So if you feel like sharing your video, we encourage you. At the end of the class, I will also be inviting everyone to unmute themselves, because we'll be doing a short laughter tap where everyone just gets to laugh out loud together for no good reason. So if you wanted to unmute yourself at that point, you would be more than welcome. Then at the end of the class, we'll do a little bit of a feedback session. So you'll have an opportunity to come up and share anything that you discovered. And that will be the night. The tapping session itself will go for about an hour, and you'll be encouraged to feel anything that is coming up. If you're new to tapping, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for giving this a go, for being courageous to show up. What I would say to you is allow yourself to feel deeply. A lot of the time, if we're not used to the practice, we might not feel comfortable feeling deeply, but just know that you may go through a little arc. It might get really intense in the middle, but by the end, you're going to feel so much more relaxed. And the way that we heal it in tapping is we feel it. So don't hide those emotions. Feel them completely, even if they're uncomfortable, and then we'll be able to actually reset your whole nervous system, rewire your brain to experience reality in a new way. So tonight, it's all about clearing those triggers. We are going to clear out all of that reaction that's happening inside your being. Depending on what you're working on, those triggers are places that are calling for your evolution. So there's nothing wrong with a trigger. A trigger is just telling you to look here. Hey, I need your attention there. Can you bring love here? Can you get clarity here? Can you make a decision here? So all of those triggers, whatever it is that's coming up, is a gift for your evolution. And I love being able to reframe a trigger in that way. Beautiful. So to get started, I'm going to ask you to turn off any distractions right now. So you might have a phone that you're hopefully not on. If you are on, then you obviously need to keep your phone on. But anything that might pull you out of the session, that way you can really devote all of this moment to your healing and transformation. If you get pulled away, then you come back, you'll have to kind of pick up where we were, and it might be less deep. So really create this next hour to an hour and 15 minutes for yourself, for your self-love, for your healing, for you. This is for you. This is for your life. Beautiful. Okay. If you want to grab a journal, some water, some tissues, this will also complement your experience as well. All right, now let's settle in. Let's drop ourselves into a sweet space. I'm going to give us a little bit of a breath work and a meditation to start with, just to get really clear on that which we want to transform tonight. And thank you to everyone who wrote in your emails and your messages to me telling me what you wanted to work on. Myself and my team have been receiving those, and we are here to support in everything that you have shared. Beautiful. So to start with, what we're going to do is we're just going to close our eyes for a moment and feel your spine aligning. Gently tuck in your tailbone, tuck in your chin slightly so that you feel that alignment in your spine. And as you tune into this space right now, we're going to do something for the heart. We're going to create a triangle like this with the fingers and hold it in front of the center of the chest. And we're going to inhale through the nose, and then we're going to blow it out through the mouth. So we're going to breathe in all of the cosmic power of the universe, and then we're going to blow out all of our power to each other in the group. So if you're holding your fingers up to the camera right now, imagine yourself sending light to the rest of the group. And we're going to do this for about 1 minute to 2 minutes, where we just imagine ourselves breathing in the life force of the universe, blowing out the life force of the universe. And we create a cycle from the nose to the mouth. And let's begin. And as you do this, peeling back the shoulders so the heart chakra is fully open. Powerfully breathing in and breathing out. And feeling your heart purify now as you do this breath. Really blowing out that breath. And now imagining that you're letting go of anything that no longer serves you from the day as you exhale. Keep going, seeing if you can go a little faster. Ten more seconds here. Keep that breath going. And inhale, hold the breath. Hold the fingers. Feel the heart opening up. Imagine any of the blessings coming through your heart right now to anything you want to work on tonight. Any area that is triggered in your life, imagine it being blessed by the heart energy right now. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale, bring your hands into prayer. And feeling what it is that you want to transform tonight. What do you want to transform tonight? Feeling into what that is in your own being. What area, what trigger wants to be transformed? Now go ahead and write that into the chat area for me. We are transforming finances, rage, anger, fear of being seen, insecurity, family triggers, anxiety, anger, childhood pain, self-love, jealousy, fear, self-esteem, agony, professional, visibility, sadness, pain, depression, confusion, grief of loss, moving to a new job, business, self-love, bitterness, abandonment, fear, anxiety, frustration, childhood trauma, anxiety, illness, fear, and so much more. We call into this sacred circle with us tonight. We hold these prayers in sacred intention tonight. We hold these prayers to be transformed into a deeper level of knowing ourselves as whole. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing your prayers and your intentions. I want you to now start by massaging underneath the collarbone. And as you massage under the collarbone right now, I want you to tune into that which you just identified that you want to work on. And I want you to feel what that is. And in this moment, I want you to give yourself permission to feel all of that discomfort tonight, knowing that you are safe to feel it all. You are in a safe place to speak what your needs are. You are in a safe place to heal this tonight. And as you tune into this trigger, these things that you have shared tonight, self-love, fear of being alone, health issues, anxiety, fear, grief, fear of being alone, fear of identity, stuckness, feeling into your issue right now. And as you tune into that issue, tune into what's been going on in your life that's been triggering the issue. And as you tune into that trigger, the last time that it came up for you, that last moment when it was most uncomfortable for you, when it was overwhelming you, on a scale of 0 to 10, how intense is it? 10 being, oh my God, it's been so uncomfortable. 0 being you are completely free. So go ahead and write that number in the chat area now. Okay, we've got some 8s and 10s, 7, 10, 9, 8, 7, 10. Okay, great. Looks like we have a lot above 7, some 10s. Okay, so now just imagining yourself in a bubble right now. This is just you and me. You can always tune in and get inspiration from the videos, but this is really a practice for you and me right now, for you to feel and be with it. So tapping the center of the chest, and we're going to do a call and response. If the word isn't completely accurate, change it to match what you're feeling. If you don't know what you feel, just say what I say, and it might help bring something out. Okay. Even though I've been really triggered here, you repeat after me. Tapping between the brows, I've been triggered by, tell me what you've been triggered by. Tapping the temples, I've been really triggered by, tell me again what you've been triggered by. Tapping the cheeks, and it's been making me feel what? What's it been making you feel? What is that emotion that's coming up around this for you? I've been feeling really, tell me what you've been feeling about, and tell me what that is. Tapping underneath the nose, I've been feeling really, what have you been feeling? What's that emotion that's been coming up for you? And say it out loud if you can. If you're in a space that you can speak out loud, it'll help activate the pathways even more when you voice it. Tapping underneath the lips, I've been really triggered about, tell me again. Tapping the center of the chest, and it's making me feel, what's it been making you feel? And it is a, and what is it on the intensity scale, on the scale of 0 to 10? It is a, tapping the front of the ribs, and I'm open to learning how to love myself here. Tapping the side of the ribs. I'm open to learning how to heal this. Tapping the side of the wrist, even though it's been really hard. Tapping the side of the thumb, and I've been feeling stuck. Tapping the next finger, I'm open to learning how to love myself here. Tapping the next finger, it's possible I'm still worthy of love here. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger, even though I've been really struggling. And just feel that struggle right now. Feel that stuckness. Feel the emotion that's been coming up, the resentment, the anger, the anxiety, the fear, the resistance. Feel that right now. And feel how it feels in your body. How does that emotion feel in your body? What's the texture? If it had a texture, is it heavy? Is it prickly? Is it sharp? Is it oozing? Is it festering? What does it feel like? I want you to feel into the texture of it right now. We're just feeling what it feels like right now. Tapping the little finger, it feels like, tell me what that feels like in your body. What's the texture? Tapping the side of the hand, and I've been thinking what? What have you been thinking about your life or your reality as a result of this trigger? I've been thinking, and tell me out loud what you've been thinking. Tapping the top of the head, and it's understandable I'm thinking that. You wouldn't believe what's been going on. Tapping between the brows, I've been really stuck here. Tapping the temples, and part of me doesn't know how to let it go. Tapping the cheeks, part of me doesn't want to let it go. And just tune in right now to the part of yourself that doesn't want to let go of the fight, that doesn't want to let go of the resistance, doesn't want to let go of the struggle, the part of you that wants to keep pushing and fighting and reacting and responding. Feel into the part of you that's trying to defend yourself or protect yourself. Feel into all of that right now. Feel what all of that defense and protection mechanisms feel like in your body and how they overwhelm your system. Just trying to feel good or feel safe. Tapping underneath the nose. I love and deeply forgive myself. Tapping underneath the lips. Even though this has been really hard. Tapping the center of the chest, I'm in a safe place to hold my love here. I'm in a safe place to hold my love here. Tapping the front of the ribs, I'm in a safe place right now. Tapping the side of the ribs, I'm in a safe place right now. Tapping the side of the wrist, I'm in a safe place right now. Take a big, deep breath into that feeling of safety as it holds you right now, that feeling of protection as it holds you right now. Feel that safety and that protection just wrapping its arms around you, holding you close with love. And take a big deep breath into all of that safety. Take a deep breath into all of that love and protection. Big deep breath, release a big sigh. Good. Tapping the side of the thumb. I'm in a safe place to look at this. Tapping the next finger, even though part of me doesn't want to look at it. Tapping the next finger, and I can keep hiding if I want to. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger, but I really want to transform this. Tapping the little finger, I really want to feel better. Tapping the side of the hand, I want to feel more empowered. Take a big deep breath in and release a big sigh. Beautiful. You're doing so good. Keep with me right here. You're getting through it. I know it's hard. Tapping the top of the head. I'm in a safe place to really look at this right now. Tapping between the brows. I am in a safe place to look at this right now. Tapping the temples. I can look at this right now. Take a long, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Oh, beautiful. Okay, tapping the cheeks. Are you ready to really look at this with me? Give me a little thumbs up if you're ready to go there with me. Okay. All right, so I want you to feel into this block, this trigger that's been coming up, that's been overwhelming you, that's been making you angry, scared, fearful, jealous, afraid, all of those emotions, overwhelmed, and the situation and the people in the situation. And I want you to tune into right now the earliest memory that just pops into your mind, whatever it is, of feeling a similar way and thinking a similar way. So if you've been thinking my needs don't matter, or they don't care about me, or it's impossible, or I don't have this, or I'm not ready, or whatever that thought is, when is the earliest memory that you have when you had that thought and that same kind of trigger? And if you can't go all the way back to childhood, which a lot of us can't, that's fine. Just whatever it is, even if it was like yesterday's thing, but try to go back as early as you can. Tapping underneath the lips. And as you tune into that earlier memory right now, you tune into when this first started, when this issue first started, when you started thinking that limiting thought, when you started having that reaction to that trigger, when you started thinking that you weren't good enough, or that you couldn't do it, or your needs didn't matter, or it was too hard, it was too difficult, you didn't have this, you didn't have that, or whatever the thoughts were. As you tune into that earlier memory right now, I want you to see what was happening in that earlier memory, tapping the center of the chest. And as you tune into that earlier memory, I want you to see who was there, how old you were, what was taking place. And then I want you to tell me out loud what was happening. I was, and just go on a little rant and tell me what was happening in that memory. I was, and then this happened, and then that happened, and then this happened. So just tell me the story out loud. And what was the worst part about that memory? I want you to tell me the worst part right now. The worst part was, what was the part that really made you suffer really bad? The worst part was tapping the front of the ribs, because that made me feel what? What did that make you feel when that happened? That made me feel tapping the side of the ribs, and I started to believe what? What did you start to believe as a result of that happening? I started to believe that my needs didn't matter, that I wasn't worthy, that I couldn't trust men, or I couldn't trust women, or that I would always have to struggle. What did you believe? I started to believe, tell me what it was, tapping the side of the wrist, and it's understandable that I shut down. Tapping the side of the thumb, it's understandable I started to what? What did you start to do as a result of that? What limiting habit did you start to do? Did you shrink your light? Did you get really reactive? Did you get angry and throw a tantrum? What did you do to deal with that, to try to cope with that? I started to, and tell me what your coping mechanism was. Tapping the next finger, I started to, tell me what that was. Tapping the next finger, and I've been doing that a really long time. Tell me what you've been doing. What was that coping or reactive or response mechanism? I have been, tell me what you've been doing. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. What is that habit? I have been, for a really long time, tapping the little finger, and it hasn't been helping me. Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Good, beautiful. What did you need in that memory that would have helped you? What did you need in that memory in order to feel safe or loved or encouraged or supported or witnessed or held or enlivened? What did you need? What did you need in that memory? I really needed, and say it out loud. And then go ahead and write that in the chat area for me, and then come back to tapping. I really needed empathy. Tapping between the brows, I needed my voice. Tapping the temples, I needed trust. Tapping the cheeks, I needed security. Tapping underneath the nose, I needed my guardian to stick up for me. Underneath the lips, I needed encouragement and support. Center of the chest, I needed love and safety. I needed to be accepted. I needed to be protected. Tapping the front of the ribs, I needed to be reassured. Tapping the side of the ribs, I really needed, and say what you needed. What was your thing? I really needed, say it out loud. Tapping the side of the wrist, but I didn't get it. I really needed, tell me what you really needed. Let's be real with that. I really needed, tell me again. But I didn't get it. I didn't get what? What didn't you get that you needed? Tapping the next finger. No wonder I shut down. Middle finger. No wonder life became a struggle. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. No wonder I started to doubt myself. Because I didn't get what? What did you need? I didn't get. Tapping the little finger. And just feel what that felt like not to get that, and that yearning that has been in your whole being, your whole life, ever since that's happened. Always trying to get that one thing and trying to convince the world to give it to you and trying to prove yourself and try to play games, just trying to get that one thing that you were worthy of. And feel that struggle right now of how overwhelming it has been just trying to get that. Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the side of the hand. It's possible I was worthy of that. It's possible I was worthy of. Tell me what that is. Tapping the top of the head. I am worthy of being loved. Tapping between the brows. I'm worthy of patience. Temples. I'm worthy of support. Tapping the cheeks. I'm worthy of being heard. I'm worthy of compassion. Honesty, reassurance. I am worthy of. Tell me what you are worthy of right now. And take a big, deep breath into that. Release a big sigh. Beautiful. Take another big, deep breath in. Release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the center of the chest. I am worthy of. Tell me what you are worthy of. And I'm done with waiting. Tapping the front of the ribs. I'm done with trying to prove myself. Because it's just hurting me, all of this reaction. I'm done with trying to prove myself. I am done with trying to prove myself. And feel that for you right now, because all of our reactive responses are often that plea to prove something. Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Tapping the side of the ribs. It's possible I can receive what? What did you need to receive back then? It's possible I can receive. Tell me what that is. Tapping the side of the wrist. I am ready to receive. Tell me what that is. Tapping the side of the thumb. Close your eyes right now and feel into this deep prayer in your being. I am ready to receive. What? Tell me what you are ready to receive on the deepest level of your being. Feel that deep prayer in your being that you are ready for that. Tapping the next finger. I am ready to receive what? Tell me what that is. Tapping the next finger. And I am done with waiting. I can have it now. Take a big, deep breath in and release a big sigh. Oh, beautiful. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. I want you to take a moment right now. And let's really give ourselves permission to receive this. I want you to tune into the worst part of that memory once again, the part where you totally shut down, the part where you lost hope, the part where you felt so violated and hurt. Let's go there together right now, just for a moment, so that we can heal this once and for all. Tapping the little finger, and as you tune into that right now, you tune into that most painful part where that part of yourself really suffered, really hurt. And I want you to imagine now that in the corner of that picture is your higher self, with all of their love and all of their compassion and all of their empathy. And I want you to see your higher self walk over to that version of yourself right now. Tapping the side of the hand, and I want you to see them come close to you and wrap their arms around you right now. And I want you to see and feel your higher self with all of their love just holding you in so much safety, in so much care, in so much understanding, in so much protection. And I want you to feel your higher self just there, showing up for you every step of the way, there for you every step of the way, through every breath, through every moment. They've been there. And feel your higher self there with you right now in that memory. And I want you to feel them wrap their arms around you right now in the biggest bear hug and so much compassion. Feel that right now. Lean into all of that love. Let yourself feel and receive the love from your higher self. Let yourself melt into the love. Any part of you that's in pain, let that pain be touched by that love right now. Take a big, deep breath in and release a big sigh. Oh, good. I am receiving this love. And then I want you to imagine one of your best friends right now, one of those friends that just loves you so much unconditionally, that kind of friend that will just show up no matter what you're going through. And if you can't find one of them, just choose an angel. Perhaps it's an angel in another realm, but find someone that you know just loves you and adores you and is always there to remind you of what an amazing gift you are. And I want you to see that person right now. And I want you to see that person walk over to you in that situation right now with your higher self and your younger self. Tapping the top of their head. And that person comes over with all of their love, with all of their jolly energy, with all of their care, with all of their understanding. They know you so deeply. And I want you to see them just come over to you in the way you know they do. And I want you to see them give you the biggest hug as well. And I want you to see them just really hold you and look at you in this moment too. And I want you to feel their love with you right now. And I want you to allow their love to touch some of those painful places right now so that it can melt, so that your heart can open, so that you can heal, so that you can let go, so your heart can be free, so your energy can be free. Feel their love with you right now. Feel your higher self's love with you right now, and feel them just both giving you a bear hug. And feel into any kind of fight right now in your being to fully receiving all of that love that's there for you. Feel into any tension, like, wow, can I really surrender into this amount of love? Can I really surrender into this amount of care? Can I? Take a big, deep breath into any resistance to it and release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping between the brows. I can receive this love. Tapping the temples, even though I haven't known how to fully. Tapping the cheeks. I can receive it. And I'm ready to learn how to receive it. Take another big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Tapping underneath the nose, I'm learning how to receive the love. Tapping underneath the lips, I'm letting go into the love. And now I want you to see your younger self in that memory right now. And I want you to see your higher self hugging you and your best friend, the one that loves you so dearly, looking at you in the eyes right now. And what do they want to tell you? What is their message to you right now? Tapping the center of the chest. Get the message from them. Feel it as if they're looking at you in the eyes. They're telling me what? What are they telling you? And now what is your higher self telling you? My higher self is telling me. Tell me what that is. Okay, now let's really bring in the higher self with all of that bright light, with all of that power. Feel your higher self there now looking at you in the eyes. And I want you to see that radiant energy just shining at you, so bright and so mighty and so beautiful and so full and so loving and so caring and so understanding. And I want you to see what their message is to you right now. What is your higher self telling you? My higher self is telling me. And then go ahead and write it in the chat area. Tapping the front of the ribs. My higher self is telling me. My higher self is telling me that I am loved. My higher self is telling me, don't hide. You've got this. Breathe. Trust in God. You're worthy. I can do anything. I am strong. It's not over. Go for it. You deserve love. Don't waste another day. You're doing it. My higher self is telling me I can. My higher self, and if you don't relate to your higher self and you want to use God or your best friend, use whatever sings your heart song. My higher self is telling me, tell me what that is. And feel that right now. Feel the permission, the invitation, the surrender into that message. And take a big, deep breath and release a big sigh. Beautiful. I can trust this message. I can trust. Tell me the message. I can trust. What message? Tell me what message it is for you. Oh, yes. I can trust. Tell me it again. And then take a big deep breath into that message. Let it expand all that you are. Release a big sigh. Oh, beautiful. You are doing so amazing. So I want you to tell me right now, what is happening in your life as you trust this message? Who do you get to be? What do you get to become? And what do you get to create when you allow this message to open you up and guide all that you are? I get to. Tell me who you get to be right now. I want to hear it. I want to hear it all. Yes. I get to. And then go ahead and write it in the chat, then come back. What else do you get to do? Who do you get to be as you say yes to that message? Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Beautiful, tapping the side of the thumb. And this is who I really am. And when you get to do that, when you get to create that, when you get to trust that message at the very core of your existence, how does it feel? What positive emotions do you get to feel? And then come back to tapping. It makes me feel what? What does that make you feel when you fully trust that message? When you allow that message to guide all that you are? It makes me feel top 3 positive emotions. It makes me feel, yes. When I trust what? When you trust what? Tell me what that is. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. I feel really empowered. Tapping the little finger. I feel capable. I feel okay. I feel in control. I feel trust. I feel relaxed. I feel free. I feel. What do you get to feel when you trust that in your life? Okay, now is the moment where we get to jump timelines, where we get to jump from one way of a being to another way of being, where we get to say, I choose a whole new reality. I choose a new way of showing up. I choose a new way of relating. I choose a new way of trusting myself. So let's tune into that new timeline right now, that new way of being. And I want you to close your eyes right now. And I want you to imagine the new you. Who are you? Who is the new you that you get to step powerfully into? And I want you to go on a little rant right now and just tell me out loud who that is. Who is the new you? And how does the new you show up? Tapping the top of the head. And how does the new you respond to challenges? How does the new you communicate? Tapping between the brows, how does the new you hold your center? And I want you to feel that center now, because that is the center of your being guiding your life. That is the center of your being, knowing that all is well. That is the center of your being that claims your sovereignty, your power, your boundaries, your self-love. That is the center. Feel that right now. Feel that in your being. See that in your life right now. And I want you to feel how good that feels in your body. What does that feel like in your actual physical body? Does it feel light? Does it feel airy? Does it feel uplifted? Tapping the cheeks. I want you to describe how that feels when you allow that grace to come in. It feels, and what's the texture? Is it bubbly? Is it soft? Is it smooth? Is it light? Is it airy? What does that feel like as a texture in your body? Tapping underneath the nose, and I want you to feel that texture in your body right now. Like for me, I feel like a bubbling in my heart, like an ecstatic bubbling. So what do you feel? What is the texture of that in your body? And I want you to lean into how good that feels, that texture. Tapping underneath the lips. And I want you to expand how good that feels in your body to touch every single cell in your body now. And I want you to feel every single cell in your body, feeling that bliss, feeling that joy, feeling that freedom, feeling that happiness, feeling that openness, feeling that surrender, feeling that clarity, feeling that ease. Feel it in every cell right now. Take a big deep breath into every cell of your body. Release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the center of the chest. I've got this. I'm ready for this new way now. I've got this. And I get to celebrate my life. Feel that invitation to now celebrate it. Like, wow, you actually get to step into this new, improved version. And this is a celebration. This is a celebration of your evolution. So feel yourself now celebrating through your life. Celebrating through the old challenges that are no longer a challenge because you're bringing that alignment. Feel the celebration of your life because you are free now. And I want you to feel how lit up that makes you feel inside. Take a big deep breath into that. Release a big sigh. Wow, you're doing so good. Tapping the front of the ribs. It's possible I can have fun with this. All right, now we're really going for a paradigm shift. Can you put yourself in a vision of you actually enjoying moving through this piece in your life and creating what you want to create? What do you want to create? And I want you to tune into you having fun with it. Like so much fun, it's almost unbearable. You're having such a blast. Okay, you've really got to light up that picture, because as you light that picture up, you're rewiring the brain to see that, to believe that, and therefore to know it is possible. So I want you to imagine right now, just go for it. Be courageous. Imagine what it looks like, this situation, if you were to actually allow yourself to have fun. What would you be doing? How would you be showing up? How would you be owning your life if you allowed yourself to have fun right now? I would be, tell me exactly what you'd be doing. Woo, 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 woo! Yeah! New paradigm on its way. Tapping the side of the ribs. I am. What are you doing now? What are you choosing to do now? What are the new habits? What are you doing on your day-to-day basis to celebrate your life, to celebrate this new you? I am. Oh yeah, okay, now give me a little jiggle up and down right now. Woo, woo, woo. I am, tell me what that is out loud. And while you jiggle up and down, I want you to tap on your chest. See if you can do this. Woo! Okay, I get to, all right, now really swing your body, tap your chest. I get to, oh, yes. Feel all of your energy moving through your body right now, like you are lighting it up, like you are informing it of what is possible. You are telling it where to go. You are telling it what it needs. I am. What are you doing in your life? Scream it out loud. And that feels really one of the top 3 positive emotions. Beautiful. Keep going just for another minute here. We're really going to move it out. And I want you to expand those emotions. So good. Yes. How good can it feel in your life? All right, now take a big deep breath. Keep tapping on the chest. Hold the breath for a moment. Keep tapping. Blow it all out right now. Take another big deep breath in and then blow it all out. All right, one more big deep breath in. Big sighs, big deep breath in. Beautiful. Now tap all over your body, and I want you to say 10 affirmations out loud about who you get to be, what you get to do, and how fun it gets to be. I want to hear 10 of them. Say them all out loud right now. Nice. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes. Keep going. All over your body. Tap any area of your body that wants love. Ah, yes. Take another big deep breath in. Release a big sigh. Beautiful. Now I want you to put a big smile on your face right now, because that activates all the happy hormones. And I want you to choose a vision right now for your life. And I want you to imagine it like you're shooting it out in front of you in the timeline ahead of you. I want you to see that vision. And I want you to see all the textures of that vision, how that vision feels, how that vision is, how it's being expressed. Feel that right now. And as you do that, we're going to move into a short laughter session. It's only for 90 seconds. So it's a short amount. It's a burst of laughter. And that's going to help produce those happy hormones. As you do it, you don't need to properly laugh. You just need to pretend you're laughing, and it will also produce the same hormones. You can also play with the syllables, such as ho, ho, ha, 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 he, he. And you can just practice those syllables if you can't fully laugh. But I want you to feel the vision. And as I allow you to unmute yourself, we're going to put some music on, and we're going to just let ourselves laugh for no good reason. Okay? All right, let's do this. Unmute if you want to. It's up to you. And now take a long, deep breath in. Hold the breath. Hold it as long as you can. Hold the breath. Take a little bit more of a sip in. Put your hands out if you want, and imagine that your field is becoming brighter right now. On the exhale, we're going to blow it out. We'll bring our hands into prayer. Hold the breath out. Take another deep breath in. Bring your hands out. Hold your heart open like you're blasting the whole universe with your love right now. Hold that breath. Feel your vision in this prayer right now. Feel it being blessed by the power of your heart. Exhale, blow it out, bring it into prayer. Hold the breath out. Feel the deep bow into your own sacred vessel. The gift that you are. Taking one more deep breath in, bring all your arms out. Feel the deep surrender that you know that this vision is so. Trusting the universe to take care of the details. Exhale, bring it into prayer. Hold the breath out. Letting the breath return to normal, placing one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Feeling your heart rate, feeling the movement, the pulse of your heart. Feeling gratitude for yourself. Sending gratitude to your own healing journey. Taking a long, slow, deep breath in. Hold the breath once more. Exhaling slowly through the nose. And in this inward space right now, in this connection to your sacred divine flow, I want you to write in the chat area what it is that you are creating in your life, who you get to be in your life now. Go ahead when you have a moment and write that in. Success, taking care of me, creating an abundant life, power, creator, self-confidence, spacious, empowered, joyful, beautiful, beautiful. And now I would like you to write into the chat area, what was the number that you started with in terms of the intensity of the trigger? And what number is it now? Like if it was a 9 at the start, where did it go to? Go ahead and write that number in the box. It started at a 9, went down to 10 to a 3, 8 to a 3, 7 to a 4, 10 to a 2, 9 to a 2, 10 to a 6, 8 to a 4, 10 to a 5, 9 to a 6, 10 to a 7, 7 to a 3, 8 to a 2, 10 to a 1. Beautiful. 10 to a 3. Beautiful. So as you can see, the power of our self-love, the power of our ability to hold ourselves in sacred space and to take care of this sacred vessel, our body, our mind, and our spirit, is the greatest gift we can do for ourselves. And as your number starts to decline, you'll start to feel less of those triggers because you've been giving yourself the love that you deserve. And so often we get caught in thinking that the world needs to give it to us, but that can create attachment, and that attachment can also ultimately let us down. And so instead we choose to love ourselves so completely that anything that the world gives us is like icing on the cake, because we're already so filled up with love. And the byproduct of being so filled up with love is that more people actually want to be around and want to love you more, because you are also the loving embodiment. And this all starts with our practice to love ourselves through all of our triggers, to love ourselves through those uncomfortable feelings, to hold ourselves in empathy and compassion. So I thank you for doing this with me tonight. And I'd love to really open up for anyone that would like to share something that came through, something that you learned this evening. And this is an opportunity for you to be a voice to what you discovered, to claim it to the universe, to say, this is the light bulb that I got and this is who I get to be, or this is the memory that I discovered and I was able to heal it through this. And voicing it in this community or voicing it with the people in your life allows that integration of what you've just been through. So that's why I really appreciate having the opportunity to share this with the group after, so that we can reflect our truth, integrate it, and also be a mirror for everyone else, because we're all human and we're all learning pretty much the same stuff, just in different ways. So I'm going to give you guys an opportunity. Let me just turn up my volume here. Beautiful. All right, so let's head on over to Hadley. Did I pronounce that correctly? Hadley?
Hi. Wow.
Hi.
Hi there. I feel really extraordinarily blessed to be with all of you. And thank you, Jennifer. I was struck with, you know, when you came up with words, I was saying finances and stuff like that, but it boiled down to feeling worthless. And so I was just, tears and tears were coming down, and I was really able, that was helpful to see that, like, I completely shut down junior year of high school. And that's, you know, 30 years ago. So, and I did that because I wasn't believe, you know, many of the same reasons that other people have written in. And so I really was able to feel that higher self come in and hug and breathe with me and give me some of that. And I can definitely feel it's a big resistance, you know, I can feel a lot of resistance when you talked about that. You said, what is the resistance? There's a lot of strength in holding on to this protective device I do of shutting completely down. And so I'm hoping that I can be faithful to what I've done here tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah, so much of the time when we are healing through things and transforming things, we're doing things for the first time in our family lineage. And our parents, the reason why it's so hard for us to like pick up these new traits a lot of the time is because our parents weren't embodying them. And so we didn't have them as a teacher. And so nothing informed us in those earlier formative years to be like, okay, like this is how you hold it, because they weren't holding it in that way. And therefore we picked up the imprints for them, which was the total opposite of what we actually really wanted. And then we get to ourselves later on in life and like, actually, that doesn't serve me, but I've never really fully embodied the other way. So I have to do it, and it's brand new and I feel a little wobbly with it. And it's a new pathway altogether. And so working with tapping as things arise to help you continually come back into alignment, and doing some of that early ancestral stuff, family pattern stuff can really help as well, to really see where we picked it up from, and to recognize, oh, like, it didn't belong to me. It actually didn't belong to my parents. It didn't belong to their parents. Like, it just goes all the way back. And there's this moment where we're like, oh, wow, like, I get to change this now for the future generations, and I get to reprint something brand new. And that is, in essence, like literally moving from one timeline, one direction, and just like stepping out of it and saying, this is actually how I am now. And it means a letting go of all of those ties. And a lot of the time we don't want to let go of those ties because there's a subconscious belief that we're letting go of our connections or to our parents because they had those ties. But really doing that deep work to recognize that the one thing that truly unifies us all is love. And all the other stuff is just passing by, and we get to change that now. So thank you so much for being courageous and for continuing. You can come back to this practice as many times as you want. There will be a replay, and you can keep going deeper with it as well. Each time you'll experience something new, and it will take you deeper.
Yeah, thank you. And it was really fun to, I've gotten a little blocked where I'm skeptical of things, and but I turned my camera on, and it was so fun to hear everyone laugh. And I was like, well, I don't feel like laughing, but it's so funny how, like, watching people laugh and, you know, the hee-hee, it's so beautiful that we're capable of this, even with all this stuff we're working through.
It really is, you know, and I think it's like so important to practice joy, because joy doesn't always come easily because of like just the wiring. It's like when you get into a loop, you just kind of repeat loops. And so we have to like kind of break out of it sometimes and really practice joy. So that's how I see the laughter exercise. I don't always feel like laughing either, but sometimes it's just like, you know what, I'm going to do it anyway. And sometimes it might make me cry. Sometimes it might make me feel genuine happiness, but all of it I know is a medicine. Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Oh, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hadley. Beautiful. Awesome. All right. Rob. Hello, my friend. There you are.
Hi, Jennifer. Wow, it's been a long time. Yeah.
I think Rob used to come to my workshops in LA.
Yes.
What, how many years ago? Probably like 7 years ago?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great to see you. You've become younger and even more beautiful.
Oh, get out of here.
I have to tap more.
That's awesome. What did you discover tonight, Rob?
Well, I haven't tapped in a while. I was reminded again how much my external life is really a reflection of what's going on inside of me. And, you know, I've been focusing a lot about financial success and things like that. And it's because the incident I went back to was like kindergarten. There was an arts and crafts project, and I was younger than the other kids, and my hands were clumsy, and I couldn't do it. And,
oh, wow.
And I got the mindset. I mean, I remember this. I got the mindset, I can't do it. That was my mindset. And so I've been carrying that for, you know, a couple of years now.
Wow.
You know, and it's not just financial, it's also tapped into other areas too. You know, and at the time I felt frustrated, I felt alone, like I didn't know anybody. And, you know, I'm sure they tried to comfort me, but I didn't know them. So I was like,
oh, wow.
Yeah. So
it's amazing how one thought form can actually ripple out into many things in our life as well. That's such a big one. And I think so many of us pick up belief systems like that as children, and especially if we didn't have the right teachers to encourage us or the right support, that it's easy to pick up a thought like that and we don't even examine it, and then it just keeps affecting everything. So congratulations from going there and to really bringing love to that.
Well, thank you for help leading me there. Thank you.
Ah, beautiful, Rob. I'm
Yes.
celebrating you, and I'm celebrating everything that you are going to create through this new way that you can do it.
Amen.
Amen, our woman. Awesome. Bless you, my friend. Beautiful. Okay, who else have we got here? Kel's iPhone. You want to come up, Kel?
Yes. Hi.
Hi, sister.
Hi, I'm Kelly from Connecticut. This is my first experience doing this. I just found you a couple of days ago. And I just wanted to say hi and thank you for doing this. And I've never done Zoom, so I'm all new at this. But I'm here for the journey with all of you. My heart goes out to everybody, and we're all going to do this together.
Oh, sister. Yeah. Tap with me a little bit. Tap on your chest. Let's take a deep breath together. Let's everyone tap together that's in the group. Let's all tap together with Kelly. And let's take a big, deep breath. Release a big sigh. Take another big, deep breath. Everyone together. You're doing so well.
I don't want to upset anyone. I apologize. I'm sorry.
No, there's no upset. We are all healing. Every one of us, including myself. We are all healing. Not one human gets out of this. So there is nothing to apologize for because we are all healing. Take another big, deep breath in. Release a big sigh. Beautiful, Kelly. And I want to hear from you, Kelly. What do you get to create in your life now?
What do I create?
What do you get to create now?
Good question. That's a good question. I don't.
What would make your heart happy?
To learn how to forgive myself.
Yeah, beautiful. And just tapping on the center of the chest. Will you do a little tapping with me right now?
Yes.
Just repeat after me. I am worthy of forgiveness.
I am worthy of forgiveness.
I am open to forgiving myself.
I am open to forgiving myself.
It's possible. I can forgive myself.
It is possible. I can't forgive myself.
I'm open to maybe one day forgiving myself.
I'm open to maybe one day forgiving myself.
Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. And I can take it slowly. I can take it slowly.
I can take it slowly.
I can take it slowly.
I can take it slowly.
I can take it slowly.
I can take it slowly. I have PNES, from severe chronic PTSD.
Okay.
And I've been working and trying to find everything that is inside myself bursting at the seams that's in there, that I know is in there, that is just so confused and torn and shackled up inside. But I know I found the right way. I know I'm put here for a reason. I believe in this. I believe in this.
Yes, yes, yes. Feel
Just
that
so
belief.
many things. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to go first. I don't know what to say. I don't know where to go first.
Just moving slowly. Don't try to figure it out right now. Don't try to figure it out. Trust right now that the universe is supporting you as you move slowly. Feel the relaxation into not needing to figure it out right now. That there is a space that is guiding you that does not need to be figured out. And then take a long, slow, deep breath in. Feel your whole system up. Slowly breathe in. And then see if you can hold the breath for a moment. There you go. And then slowly exhale. And then just place one hand on your heart right now and just feel what your heartbeat feels like. Tune into your heartbeat. Feel everything going into your heart right now and feel everything else letting go. Everything going into the heart. Take a long, slow, deep breath in. And then exhale slowly. And are you able to go lie down right now so you don't have to hold your body up?
Yeah.
Let's lay your body down right now.
I have my safety dog with me.
Good, good. There you go. Now just relax your body. Yeah. Oh, he's so sweet. Baby. Yeah. Yeah. And just slow everything down right now. And I'm going to ask you after this session, I'm going to have my support team reach out to you. Okay, so we'll reach out to you tomorrow so that we can check on you. And we're going to support you with helping you with some programs, okay?
Bless you, bless you, bless you all. I apologize for interrupting.
No, thank you for being an example for all of us. I want you to take one more deep, slow breath in. See if you can slowly inhale through the nose. And then slowly exhale through the nose.
I'm okay. All right. Kelly, okay. Hold it down, Kelly, hold it down.
We're going to be here for you. We're going to check on you tomorrow, okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Thank you.
We are here for you each step of the way. No need to be sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Nothing to be sorry about. We're here with you. We will reach out to you tomorrow, okay?
Thank you.
Bless you, my sister. Have a good hug with that puppy of yours. I know that puppy loves you.
Yes, she does.
You're not a
That
puppy,
puppy loves you so much.
That's Lola.
Lola loves you. Yeah. Lola, we love Lola.
Lola.
Lola's
Lola,
giving
look, Lola.
kisses.
He knows her.
Oh, yeah. Lola knows how to
Lola.
love.
Thank you for all the
Beautiful.
messages, everybody. Thank you.
Okay, Lola.
Bless you, sister. We'll be in touch soon, okay?
Bless you.
What
Thank
time she
you.
coming tomorrow?
Yes. Lots of love. Beautiful. Oh, we're going to be holding her in our prayers. Okay, we're going to bring up just a couple more people before we close out. Let's see. Who have we got? Julia. Come on up. Hi.
It's so nice to meet you and see everybody here.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks for putting your hand up. What did you discover tonight?
My favorite part was allowing myself to feel my emotions, because that's like really powerful. And honestly, it's like, when do you want to feel sad? You know, it's hard to allow yourself to feel sad and feel into those parts of you that still have a lot of pain. And so I did really good on the feeling part, and the tapping really helped like release what I was feeling. I didn't have as good of a journey like transforming it, just because my pain that I decided to look at today has to do with my mother's addiction problems. And so I can't personally heal that. And so I think that's where I got kind of stuck. And that's like really painful.
Yeah.
But it just kind of showed me that like I have to let go of that responsibility,
Yes.
because I can't personally do it, you know.
Absolutely. And I know it's so painful. But your freedom is her freedom.
Yeah, it's really hard to believe that. It's really hard to believe that. But it's like, it was interesting for me going through this session, like, you know, physically like feeling that I can't really like transform that. There's nothing I can really do like personally, and it feels like I need to be helping her, but it was just weird because like there's so many personal triggers that I have, and I wasn't able to like look at those, because like that's what makes me the most sad. So like I think what like I kind of learned is that I have to like talk to her about it, and
Yeah.
go and like really just focus on myself, which is like, a weird thing that people have to do. But
well, I want to share something that I've experienced with other people that I've worked with parents with addictions, and I've seen this a lot, and it's really hard to let go. But the moment you prioritize yourself, the moment you're actually able to show up more, and so you actually become a more of a gift to your mother when you show up for yourself as number one priority, and your mother will benefit from you doing that for yourself. And so you get to really be the beacon of that empowerment, and you get to show her what's possible. And I celebrate you giving that to yourself and knowing that that is a gift to your mother.
It's hard to trust that she's gonna heal on her own without me like holding her hand, like you know, like dragging her through the happiness and like, you know, my healing journey, and like wanting her to do the same. But
well, have you ever been in a relationship? Like I've been in relationships before where like I really wanted my partner to change, for example.
Yeah.
And like the moment I broke up with my partner is the moment that he actually changed into the person I wanted him to be. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you are aware of that pattern. It's almost like sometimes our resistance to really wanting to them change creates some subconscious rebellion in them as well, because they don't want to be told what to do. So sometimes the full surrender and the release actually allows them to come to that decision on themselves, because deep down in their own being, they want freedom.
Uh-huh.
And they know that at a very deep level. And when everyone else is out of the way with their opinions, they can actually finally hear their own intuitive guide and say, okay, I can decide for myself. And you get to hold a space for her to decide for herself and see what happens and try this new way, because the other way didn't work, right? So this is a new way that you get to see. And you might have that same experience that I've had with relationships, where it's like, okay, I release, I hold space, and then allow them to figure it out, because they have the power within them to figure it out too.
So whenever you've worked with people who are trying or like doing a tapping healing about somebody else, is like I guess I just wasn't sure where to go with that. I guess like
So one of the things, and I actually teach this in some of my certification programming, is we do what is called surrogate tapping. And surrogate tapping is it's an advanced form of tapping where you can actually tap for someone else. And it's kind of like a distance healing in a way, where you, and when you start the surrogate tapping, you have to clear yourself first so that you have no attachments to it. After you've cleared it for yourself, then you're able to embody and feel what they're feeling and clear it out for them in a distance healing session. And it's a really, really beautiful way. And you can Google surrogate tapping, and I do teach it in some of my programs. So if you ever wanted to learn, we could go deeper with that. But there are ways to support people through tapping as well. And then obviously, if you ever wanted to share it with your mom, like, wow, can you imagine being able to support and facilitate her moving through some of that stuff? Because in the same way you've moved through stuff tonight, if she's open and available to really be with her emotions, she could actually move very quickly. But the first step is really getting into that sovereign space within yourself, so that you can really show up in a new way and really step into that new timeline as well, and see what reality wants to come through in that new timeline. And sometimes it's like taking a leap of faith, right? Because you haven't done that new way before. You don't know if it's going to work. But what you do know is the old way didn't work. And so you can't really lose anything by really giving this a shot and stepping into your own sovereign energy and seeing what's going to happen.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah. The last thing I wanted to say is just that I felt like it was like a weird thing for me to feel so much pain about, worrying about her, but then not being able to like feel better at the end of the session about it,
Yeah.
and
That can be so natural. This is a really, really big piece for you, and it's probably not gonna clear in one session.
Yeah,
It's gonna take a bit, right? So, but just know that each time that you hold your struggle in love, you're able to melt it a little bit more, and it starts to bring more clarity, which I feel is coming through for you right now. You're getting some new visions. More stuff will come up, and then you get to hold that in love, and then more stuff will come up, and you get to hold that in love. And it's a practice of holding every step of the way in love until there's nothing left. You're like, okay, I held it all in love now. But oftentimes we go into a healing crisis because we haven't looked at it for so long, and then it becomes something really big and overwhelming. And that's what is also a wake-up call as well, right? Like we've numbed it for so long, we avoided it, we didn't know what to do, so we didn't look at it, but it's still happening. And then finally it's like, bang, like I can't avoid this anymore, I have to look. And that's when you just have to really be patient and pull each layer off, keep bringing love to every layer. And that's where you are right now. And having a regular practice doing tapping on a regular basis will really help you move through this in a quicker way, because it's a tool to help you move through those emotions that are arising around it. So I really hope that you continue with the practice, and there's so many resources that we have online that you can be a part of, and lots of tapping sessions. So please let us know how you're continuing to evolve through this.
Yeah, I really appreciate you sharing this practice and like introducing me to it. It was really powerful. So thank
Oh,
you.
beautiful. Thank you, sister. Just feeling really grateful for you. And please write to us and let us know how you're going and any way we can support you.
Okay.
Oh,
Much love
thank
to
you.
everybody. Thank you.
Bless you. Yay. Okay, we have one more. How about we bring Cass up? You all went really deep tonight. It's really beautiful. Okay, Cass.
Oh my goodness, you chose me. Yay! Okay.
I love your gym there. Wow.
Oh, thank you. This is my dream space. So
Wow, it does look like every kid's dream, right?
yes.
Yeah.
That experience was incredible and exactly what I've been asking for to come through for me. So I started asking for visibility. I'm really needing to be seen in the next level of my career.
Right.
And there's a lot of fear behind that. And I got taken to my childhood. I grew up with an alcoholic father, and there was a lot of times that I couldn't speak about what was happening at home. And I was taught to hide, and I just felt like I didn't know what was right to say. I didn't know what was wrong to say. So I just said nothing, and I just really hid. And he has recently, he's been passed for 5 years now. He was 50, and we didn't speak for about 8 years between that. I got the call, and I was actually able to lay with him as he was passing. And I asked him to guide me through business. That's all I really had between him and I at the moment. I didn't really know much about him for 8 years. So, and I held a lot of hurt and resentment. And so I was taken to my childhood, and just like the trauma that was happening. And my mother, we have a good relationship, but there was definitely some mother wounds there, because I needed protection, and I needed to be heard, and I needed to be seen, and I didn't receive that until I took the chance 12 years ago and left the home at a young age, and then it turned my mom around, and she left too. So that for you, Julia, too, I did take a huge step that broke my heart and my mother's heart, but it brought us closer together. But we have that huge trauma bond about sharing, and I'm very open. I'd like to believe that I'm a very open book. I love to help and support and lead, but I needed that next level of visibility that I didn't know how to access. And my mother keeps me kind of, oh, don't say that, right? Like, and all these things. And when we came to that moment, my inner child was inside. I said, like, the best friend, I invited my dad, and he came.
Wow.
And he was with me, and he told me that it was okay to continue. I could feel the warmth inside of me, and my higher self came in and just like blanketed herself. She was huge. She was right over top of us, protecting us like a mother would, like a mother hen, like Mother Earth. Like I was just in the belly. I was in the belly of my higher self being reborn. With my father's love and warmth. And it was incredible. It was incredible. So thank you so much for holding this container for all of us beautiful people, humans, souls, and allowing me to speak. Oh my goodness, because this is my visibility. I almost didn't even put on my camera, but I did.
Wow. Oh,
Thank you.
confirmation. Wow. And your father, he really was there. It's so beautiful that you gave him an opportunity to come in.
Mhm.
When souls leave to the other dimension, they're always looking for a way to come in and leave a message, and to be able to invite him into that with you, and for him to have an opportunity to show up with that level of love. Wow, it's so beautiful. Good for you. And clearly
Thank you.
visibility is here now, and you are radiant and beautiful, and your words are just a gift to all of us. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I love you. I love you all.
Love you too, sister. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful. Awesome, my love. So I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. This is such a deep practice, and thank you for staying with us all the way through, for working through your triggers, for holding space for one another in the experience. It is such deep, profound work. If you are still feeling triggered from this experience, obviously we went in deep, we opened up a lot of stuff. So I really invite you after the practice tonight to take some time to write in your journal. Journal writing after tapping is one of the greatest things that you can do, because it helps integrate your discoveries. And as you put the pen to paper, your wiring of your brain will start to integrate all of the lessons learned. So if you can take a little time just to be quiet and to write in your diary what your discoveries are, that's really going to help. Also, if you want to have access to more resources, obviously some of you might want to work with a coach. We have coaches that we can recommend. We do training. So if you wanted to learn how to do this for yourself, our next one's going to open up in June and July. So we have a 6-week training coming up. And there's just so many free resources on my website as well. So you will never go lonely. You will always have support, and know that we are here for you. We know that this is some of the most important work on the planet, and myself and my team are so devoted to all of you. And we're just so grateful that you are committing to your evolution and you're showing up for your life, because as you do that, the world becomes a better place. So I'm just sending you all of my love. There will be a replay email that comes out in 48 hours, so you can do the session again, and we'll keep in touch with you. We do these classes every couple of weeks. So tell your friends, tell your family. The community that heals together stays together, and we're going to up level as a tribe and share this with the world. So thank you again for